Greetings, fellow prospectors and miners alike. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Mirthwood, Episode 4, Coveted Iron Pickaxe. So I mentioned before, but my opinion is that the best way to improve your gear is to not make weapons just yet, but instead to earn the iron to get a better pick. The best path, I think, is to turn your basic copper pick into an iron one, and then your iron one into a silver one, which requires 3,700 money, and then to have your silver pick to be able to mine silver and to make a better, like a silver sword. I think that's probably the most logical path, because once you make, like, if you made a steel sword, it would become obsolete fairly quickly, but a silver sword doesn't become obsolete so quick. So what I'm going to do is try to make an iron pick. So I've got the iron toolkit, and I need 10 iron bars to make an iron pick. So I'm going to head south into the swamps, the really spooky swamps, to mine iron, bog iron, I guess, in order to earn a pick. And it's 5 iron ore to 1 iron bar. And in this case, it's very helpful to have excavator, a chance to earn extra ore. Yeah, so the copper, iron is better than copper, steel is better than iron, silver is better than steel, and gold is better than silver. That is the order. We also just got our 8th fabled feather, so I can upgrade a skill slot if I want. Ouchies, that hurt. Swamp Beast, who is kicking my butt. Okay, maybe I need to fight you better, because I'm down to 1 healing potion, and now I have none. Here's an old abandoned shack. And I know there was a lot of iron back there. A steel bar and leather. Steel bar is amazing. My darling daughter, my beautiful wife, a life without you is not for me. I will lie here until hunger and thirst take me. The world is full of these, like, woeful tales, if you're wondering. There is some happiness, yeah. You're making a difference. I'll put it that way, right? You're like, already since I've arrived here, I've helped to make a brew to cure someone. And I've fixed up an old manor, and you know, I'm trying to be a positive force in the world. Here is the camp in the marsh. So this is another fast travel site. So I can zip back home, which I will do in just a moment, so I can deposit these iron ores to be smelted. Oh, I just experienced a little bit of a bug. In the minimap here, it says I'm in Marsh, So I'm going to go back to the marsh and then back home again. Sometimes when you move too quickly, when you fast travel, it like bugs out a little bit. And you can just fix it by resetting it. Nope, it's not going to reset. That's fine. Wow, my cooking pot got a little weedy. The other thing I'd like to do while I'm home is to make a loom and a tanning rack, because I have, in order to earn better gear, I need to make more money, and processed goods are worth more than raw goods. So a loom and a tanning rack are going to allow me to make a lot more money than just selling flaxseed and hides alone. Actually, that's not exactly true of the hides. Hides sell pretty good on their own. But I might want to make armor out of the leather or something. But for starters, I want the loom, because I did plant flax for a reason. So I'll make 2 linen. And let's get the tanning rack too, while we're at it. So if we take a look at the iron pickaxe, I have 0 of the iron. So I need all 10 bars. But I have everything else I need for it. I have the copper pick and I have the toolkit. Did I plant flax for no reason? I planted flax for the linen. So I think it was just 50 for the tanning rack. One thing that we can do is we can bring both the leather and the hides before I start tanning things to town to see what they sell individually, to see if it's actually worth my time to tan the leather or not. It's helpful. Some of the recipes require leather, but in a lot of cases, the hides themselves might be worth more. So I'll head into town to make sure that I'm doing the economically intelligent choice. So we'll grab the boar pelt and the deer hide. So the boar pelt says it's worth 40. The deer hide is worth 35 apiece. And then I should have leather somewhere. The leather's 25. So it's going to be in my best interest to sell the pelts as is, I think. But here's my first iron bar. So what I'll do is I will make 1 more leather out of a deer pelt. So I have 2 total leather, but not do any more than that. Just so that we can make as much money as we can. Because the goal is not just to get the iron pick, it's to get a steel pick. So that I can start harvesting silver. Because silver is a much better crafting material for weapons than steel or iron. And then there was also the 2 rabbits that I already hunted that should still have loot up this way. I left them off here. I don't know, maybe it went bye-bye. I didn't loot them in time. But luckily there's just like tons of bunnies everywhere. And cooking advanced meals is pretty good money. It would also behoove me to make some more healing potions, because I used all that I had up in the swamps. And if I want to try to keep my death count to 0, I'm definitely going to want some healing in a hurry. Because it's very easy to be standing like next to an explosive barrel when it goes off or something like that and end up dead. Now, it shouldn't seem too counterintuitive that in order to make money, I gotta spend money. So another thing that I could do is to buy seeds from North End Farm in order to plant to yield more. So I do already have a bunch of peas, and peas and onions make the spring onion soup. So buying more onion seed would be smart. I'm going to buy as much as I can. And while I'm here, I could also check in with the farm. Oh, here's another quest giver. Hail! Well, I'm not sure I know you, but I could use your aid nonetheless. It's my chickens, you see. My chickens, they're gone. I'll look for them. Thank you. They're scattered across the meadow. Take this stick, give them a soft whack, they should return home. Okie dokie. How long is each season? I think 20 days? Don't quote me, but I think it's 20. Every morning before dawn, you were up to tend the fields. Every night before sundown, I waited for your return. I miss you, Papa. Love, Isabel. And you guys wanted me to be good, so I'm gonna donate a little bit of money to the shrine. So, Fernfoot's sellings, he has a hat, honey, a charm, which increases max health by 10%, and a white unicorn, which is worth 10,000, so a little out of my price range. I'm going to buy a new skill slot with the feather that I brought him. And the only skill I have is Naked and Afraid. And I don't think I'm going to strip down to benefit from it. It's just about time for me to go to sleep. But before I go to sleep, I'll do a little bit more mining in the swamps. And I'll just steer clear of combat, because the only way for me to heal myself is to eat red currants, which is fine and all, but like not ideal. Plus, I still have the onion seeds to plant. Another steel bar. That is going to come in immense handy. You have no idea. Here's a Bramble Coolworthy book about the swamps. And brandy that he left. Was that a jousting area I just passed? Yes. So as I mentioned, resources replenish over time. That also applies to resources out in the wilds. So like the iron that I'm mining now, in a few days they will replenish. So if you're trying to amass a lot of iron, trying to mine iron every day, not so wise, because you'll mine it all out and it won't come back for a while. So it's best to change priorities regularly so that you're not just like exhausting, you know, having an exhaustive search with no yields. And I've just discovered Bleakwood. Bleakwood is a bit too far south. The swamps mostly have the iron. Bleakwood has stuff like silver. So I'm not going to get iron down there, and my pick is not capable of mining silver. So there's no point in being down that way. Plus the enemies are going to be harder. I'll be squished. Okay, the processors are done. Put more iron in there. More linen in there. My inventory is like completely full, so I gotta put some stuff away. Sometimes the quick sort, like, doesn't work. Like, I'm trying to quick store stuff in here, but it doesn't always work for... I think because it thinks I'm in the swamps. Which is easy enough to fix. I can just save and exit. And it should have me now in my homestead. Airdog, thank you for the resub. Yeah, and now I can quick store stuff. Makes it a bit easier. Oops. I passed out. Hey, at least I didn't die, right? So, what happens is, time passes, I recover a little bit of stamina, but, like, it's not as efficient as, like, going to sleep. It's very similar to Stardew, where, like, you pass out and you just, like, get carried back home for a small penalty. Not a big deal. So it would be a very good day to plant stuff because it is raining and I wouldn't have to water it. So let's get started on that. So I want to plant all of the onion seeds that I have so I can make more spring soup. So I have peas and potatoes, which you can harvest continually. The onions are the only ones and dones. And I have 5 of the iron that I need for a new tool, with 2 more smelting. So sooner or later I will have that new pick. It's just a matter of time. I'm going to bring the extra rabbit stews to market. And a baked apple. And a bread loaf. I'm going to keep the rabbit meat because it's better to make rabbit stew out of rather than just to cook the rabbit meat alone. And we do have 1 health elixir. And my survival skill just leveled up. I gained 2 new cards. Iron Belly, which hunger drains at a decreased rate, and Heart Healthy, increased health. So I'm going to replace my Naked and Afraid with Heart Healthy so that I can tank a little bit more. Keep my butt alive. Glitch, thank you for the bits. So, we're still on the path of trying to get a better pick. And the best way I can work towards that is just to continually earn more money. Well, you guys voted for better gear, and there's actually some better gear that I can work on now. So I'm gonna head into town and allow you to have a choice. Oh my god, I'm getting schooled here. This thief. The thief's attack patterns, like if you fail one stabbing, you end up just getting slashed because they're pretty quick and nimble. But I'm on them now. Is this game fully released? It's early access, so not all the features are in, but enough to, in my opinion, make it worth playing. Don't make me get my bow out. I got tired of slashing. So my gold is sitting at about 600. We'll need a lot more than that in order to buy the toolkit to be able to make a steel pick, which is ultimately kind of the goal, I'd say. But here is the choice I wanted to offer you. After buying the iron here, what brigandine do you want me to buy? Actually, you know what? I'm going to buy the Osoran brigandine diagram because I am Osoran. Makes sense. And let's learn that. Sell off all the stuff that we brought to town to sell. And then head back and craft one. So I'm going to sell off the brandy, the bread loaf, the rabbit stew, and go back and make better armor. Would there be anything but the look? Yes and no. So the gear that you wear has a certain affinity, like an identity affinity. So like this, my current clothing is like peasant clothing. And I believe the way it's going to work in the future is that depending on what you're wearing, the people that you talk to will react differently. So if you're wearing Osoran clothing, other Osarans are going to like you more. Right? Because you're wearing clothing that they identify with. The relationship mechanics aren't really in the game at present. So this is all like future content, not current content. And I'm not really sure how it's going to end up working. Farming has leveled up. Nice. So that gives me farming cards. Slight chance to harvest extra crops and chance for crops to grow faster. Let's go ahead and hook up both of those. Because we are farming for money, and money is the constraining factor. And I'm hoping to turn these potatoes and peas into money. So I now have 7 iron bars, and I have enough iron to make the pick. Good. We also have all the linen that I need for the brigandine. But I need 3 more steel bars. Huh, They changed the recipe since, like yesterday. So I'm not that close to getting that. Got it. So we're also going to want steel. So what I'm going to do is offer you the chance to vote again. If you want me to work on getting the steel for the Brigandine, what I'm going to need to do is to make a kiln. Because a kiln allows me to make charcoal, which goes into making steel. So steel is just iron plus charcoal. At present, it's only a matter of time until I get the iron pick. Because I just need to smelt down a little bit more iron ore. But the next thing I work on will be left up to you. So if you want me to work on the armor, I can start working towards that. But if you want me to pivot and do something else, that's fine too. And I'm just going to collect some resources while you vote. So increased level pick specifically allows you to start harvesting more resources, higher tier resources. Same with the axe. The basic axe allows you to only harvest softwoods, and the higher level axe allows you to harvest hardwoods. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Higher level hardwood only allows for like one other bow that I know of. But a higher level pick allows for a lot more than that. It allows for silver, gold, gems, etc. Ooh, trades leveled up. Extra gem chance. I'm also starting to get the copper ore around the farm because the copper ore can be turned into bars for money. Because there's not a lot of stuff that you need to make out of copper, because you start off with a set of copper tools and a rusty copper sword. And right now I have a rusty iron sword, so it's good enough. I don't really need to make weapons out of it. I can just smelt them down to bars for profit. Alright, looks like improving tool and gear is the priority. Okay. So, current priority is make an iron pick, kiln, and new armor. The kiln's a little tricky because it requires stone. Once I have a better pick, these larger stones I'll be able to harvest, which will help, will considerably help me get towards goal. And once I wake up in the morning, I will have all of the iron for the new pick. I think, if my math is right. Yep. I now have an iron pickaxe. So in the recipe for the iron pickaxe, it actually tells you what you get. Iron pickaxe allows you to harvest limestone. Limestone is mostly a cosmetic stone that you find in the plains. It also allows you to harvest regular stone more easily, and these bigger stones, which is going to help me get the kiln. It's the steel pick, which is really what I'm after, but that requires a lot of coin, which we'll need to earn in time. And I'm happy to work towards it if you continue to vote for it. So there is a little secret part of the farm over here. Mining out this stone that you only are able to mine out with the iron pick. And this gives you access to hardwood. So these stumps are essentially hardwood, but my current axe can't cut them. And then also some gatherables, which regenerate in time. But don't underestimate herbs. Herbs are what allows you to make healing potions and the like, so very nice to have access to those herbs over there. And these big stones also regen over time too. I think I needed 60 stone for the kiln, so I should be pretty close to it, the goal. I don't know how much I have stored, but I'd imagine I'm awfully close. Yep, I got it. So plop the kiln here. And the kiln allows you to turn wood into charcoal, which is what allows you to turn iron into steel. Because for the armor that we want, we need 5 steel bars. So now all the other iron that I'm smelting, I'll turn into steel. Which means I need to go get some more iron, because I'm out. I have no idea if this game works on Steam Deck. I'm not using a Steam Deck. But something tells me it'd be a very quick search on the Steam forums to find out. Or the store page. So, smelt iron and steel for new armor is the goal. I'll be right back though. So the marshes are, there's the western half of the marsh, which I've been mining up a lot. There might not be too much more iron in the western parts. So I may have to venture eastward, but I'm going to try to sweep the marshes fully so that I leave no stone unturned. Literally. I'm going to get the stone too. Because now you've probably seen how difficult it is to like full loot everything. And to keep building because of how little stone that you'll exhaust the stone that you have at home pretty quickly, so it's definitely in your best benefit to, if you happen upon big nodes, just to get them when you're there. The minute I start blocking, he does heavy strikes. These fights get a lot easier with armor and better weapons, as I'm sure you can imagine. I have like a rusty sword that I found laying in the ground, so not exactly a choice weapon. There we go. At least killing him yielded a healing potion. Go away, rat. You keep following me, I'm gonna blow you up. Widow's Glade. Don't want to go too far that way. That's a different biome again. And won't have the iron I'm looking for. Now, for most enemies in this game, running away from them, totally valid strategy. There's not very many enemies that can outrun you. Alright, so this is here is silver, and my pickaxe is not strong enough to mine the silver. Also indicates that I am too far south. So some enemies are hard to outrun, just because they're pretty speedy. But most enemies, you can bail on them. The enemies that are harder to outrun would be wolves, Spriggans. Yeah, mostly wolves and Spriggans. And we're sort of in wolf territory, so gotta be cautious. I never played the demo, so I have no idea if I've moved out of the demo content or not. You're asking a question I cannot answer. I played this, I was offered a copy from the developer, like an influencer copy, which wasn't restricted to the demo, so I don't know what was playable in the demo. The dark barrows. Oh, that was good lunge. I am hurt. So there's iron here and there. Oh, I don't really want this stilt lurker to stop me, so I'm gonna have to kill him. Now it is safe-ish to just like keep firing with a bow. It just takes a really long time. Even a better bow that you eventually craft is not very powerful. Whereas swords get so much more powerful than this rusty hunk of junk that I currently have. Ow. Down he goes. I didn't actually count how much... So I needed, what, like 3 more steel? So that would just be 3 more iron bars mixed with charcoal. So I'm actually pretty close to what I need in order to get that new armor. I probably have all the iron that I need already. There are no gods or goddesses here. These lands are forsaken. You cannot roll or dodge or any of that stuff when your sword's not out. So I got ganked by that thing in the church because I had my pick out. But I already have the materials that I need, so I don't really need to take that fight. Doesn't benefit me. Watch out around here. Half of him lopped his foot clean off the other day. Yep, I have it in my storage. That leads to a quest, if you're wondering. The foot. I didn't just pick up a foot for nothing. Thank you for the resub. That chupa thingy. Cheers, dude. Ooh, leather's selling pretty good here. Thank you for tuning in to Mirthwood, which originally streamed live on Twitch November 6th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it. as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow adventurers.